This week, Jeff Johnston revisits our friends over at Flyte Camp Vintage Trailer Restorations in Oregon to see what they are working on now. Then, Kate Dunbar, our Campground Gourmet, shows us cooking items she finds essential to have in her RV. In our RV Straight Talk segment, Jeff discusses a subject we thought would fit best after the Campground Gourmet, and that is how and why you should charge your Blackwater tank. Later, Mark Pope from RV Education 101 shows us how to repair an RV roof. These stories, plus our Super Noble raffle to benefit care camps, special oncology camps for children. Rollin' on TV is sponsored by Carefree of Colorado, celebrating over 45 years of RV awning innovation. Closed captioning, where available, is sponsored by Forest River. Begin the journey.
Regular viewers may remember that some years ago we paid a visit to Flyte Camp, a company in Bend, Oregon that specializes in repair and restorations of vintage trailers. Well, we caught up with Justin Scribner, half of the Flyte Camp crew, at the Rally on the River in Brownsville, Oregon. And Justin brought us up to speed a little bit on what the company's been up to in the intervening years. Well, it's a darn shame that the good-looking half of this couple can't be here. Anna is elsewhere today. However, Justin, good to see you again.
Nice to see you too. Thank you for having me.
And tell me, what's been going on with Flyte Camp? It's been a few years since we've been out to visit you guys, and we see your name everywhere, and we see your show. So what's happening with you guys these days?
Busy, you know. We went from visiting with you and being in a very small shop and doing some spec trailers and a few customer renovations to kind of being a big name in vintage travel trailer restoration. And you know, it wasn't something that I pushed for and intended, but it organically happened, which was great. You know, it's really nice to take something that you love and enjoy and have a passion for and turn it into your daily living, which is awesome. So Flyte Camp has definitely expanded. We've moved shops at this point, and we've grown, and we've got some great craftsmen working down there, just incredible workers. One other thing that I wanted to mention too is about 2 years ago, we came up with an idea to create an authentic vintage styled brand new travel trailer. We had seen a lot of repops out there, and you know, the craftsmanship we wanted to make sure was 100% in there, and they were built just like they were in the 40s and 50s. So I decided to design my own trailer called the Neutron. So along with all of our restoration stuff that we do and our museum pieces and the rarities, we also do a brand new manufactured line called the Neutron. And the Neutron is a trailer that we make right there at the shop. So we have 3 to 5 restorations going, and then typically we always have about 3 Neutrons on the line kind of coming off, which is great.
But the content is everything.
Yeah.
And you guys obviously have some content that is ranges from really cool to mind-blowing.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Speaking of the mind-blowing aspect, we can see this guy behind us. Can you tell me just very briefly which one this is?
Yeah, this is the Holiday House Geographic Model X, and this was made by the Harry and David Company. Actually, it was made by Holiday House, but it was the Harry and David Fruit basket company. This was a concept that David Holmes came up with, and we've got 1 of 2 in fruition right here in front of us, and it's a pretty rare piece. So this trailer involved a lot more than we ever expected. We kind of thought that being a fiberglass shell, that it would be a little bit more preserved than wood frame trailers, which we work with a lot of wood inside trailers. So when we took the windows out on this one, the roof actually collapsed down on itself, which was pretty bad. Kind of scared everybody in the shop a little bit. But in doing so, we decided to go ahead and structurally make it more sound, better than they did originally, and we doubled up on the strength on the sidewalls and also the thickness of the roof structure itself. At that point, we had an empty shell, and so we decided on a floor plan, went to town on it. So when we found the trailer, we didn't have anything to work off of on the inside. So I was referring back to black and white photos and stock photos of the one that went to Europe. And in that, we also were able to speak with the original designer, Chuck Pelly. He was hired by David Holmes to come in, and they set him up down in California to strictly develop this trailer, and he was invaluable in the process of redoing this. So we were able to get his idea on what he really wanted it originally to look like. The other one that went to Europe, they were combining their original box design with this concept. And so some of the cabinetry didn't fit 100% like it should have, like his idea was. And so we got his idea on it and tried to kind of build the trailer that he originally wanted. The interior of this trailer is all black walnut. The other one, they built all in teak. Now monetarily, right now, teak is a little prohibitive. And so we went ahead and did black walnut throughout it. And we did stainless steel countertops. We kept the original footprint of the trailer, but we built the upper cabinets and some of the layout a little bit more usable than what it was originally in the two that were finished. So we kind of just improved a little bit on the design, and especially with the original designer helping us through the process, you know, I think it came out pretty spectacular. You know, that's kind of the fun in it. I always tell everybody, you know, every single one of them is individually different. If you go through this rally, there's so many different brands, and there's so many different takes on it, you know, that people personalize them. They were made in a different year, a different era, a different feel, and that's what's fun about a vintage trailer. It's just like a vintage car. They have a life to it, and if you can preserve that life and that history and give that to people to enjoy, then they're stepping into a feeling or a time. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, well, the work you guys do, you're certainly setting the bar about as high as it can go.
Oh, thank you very much.
It's not unusual, not surprising, I guess. Well, the 24-month part is, but it's not surprising you have the lead time, because I know your reputation is preceding you.
Well, thank you very much.
So,
thank you. Yeah.
Anyway, well, Justin,
hey,
thank you for your
so
time.
Much. I really appreciate it.
Glad to hear things are going well.
Yeah, really good to see you, and enjoy the rally.
So you want to learn a little bit more about Flyte Camp, log on to our website, rollinontv.com.
Have you been putting off buying that tire pressure monitoring system for your RV? Well, good, because you could get one free. Rollin' on TV and TST, the leader in tire pressure monitoring systems, are giving away not just one, but 5 complete systems, one each week for 5 weeks. To learn about the TST monitoring system and enter the contest, visit our website at rollinontv.com, go to the TST contest section, fill out the entry form. It's that simple. And there's no purchase necessary. Aquacam toss-ins, so fast and easy to use, it could seem like a game. Someone once said, the camping doesn't really start until the RV awning comes out. Whoever said that really knew what they were talking about. Carefree of Colorado, celebrating 45 years of RV awning innovation. For more information, visit our website at carefreeofcolorado.com.
Hi everyone, I'm Kate Dunbar, the Campground Gourmet for Rollin' on TV. Today I'm here camping in my beautiful Airstream, and I thought that I would show you a few little things that I keep in the drawer to make our camping time just easier and simpler and working better, where I'm not fumbling over things or trying to find things. So let's get right to it. The first thing that I always carry in this coach is an oven thermometer. Believe it or not, there's a lot of you who aren't using one of these whenever you use your RV's oven, and you need to. The temperature is insanely erratic in it. Sometimes the bottom will be hotter than the top, or the top will be hotter than the bottom, the front and the back. If you have an oven thermometer in there, you will know the exact temperature that your oven is, so you can plan on how long it's going to take to cook your meal. This also works great in outdoor camp ovens like I've got, and I wouldn't leave home without this. It's important, so make certain that you throw in an oven thermometer the next time you go camping. Now, the next time that you go camping and you're going to do some Dutch oven cooking, don't forget your Dutch oven liners. I would be lost without these. These are fantastic parchment papers. Lodge puts this one out. You can order it online from them. And what they are parchment circles. They come really large. This will fit the 14-inch that they have. See, there's a whole pack of 8 of these in here, and it's great. Look at how large this is. All you do is open it up, stick it inside your Dutch oven. You can bake your cobblers, your pies. You can even do roasts in here and things. This is going to help with cleanup. So the parchment liners for your Dutch oven, this is a good thing to have. The next little tool that I always have is something that is essential when you are outside and your food is all finished and you're getting ready to serve, and that is a food net. This is an inexpensive item that you can find online, and the great thing is all you have to do is pull this up and look at that. It's a net. Imagine this is your platter of food. This fits right over it. You won't have mosquitoes, you won't have flies, you won't have any bugs. It's really easy just to lift up a corner, grab something right out of there. They fold up perfectly. They just pop right down. That'll fit right inside my RV drawer. So, a food net. These are awesome. The next thing, at the end of the night, whenever I'm finished with cleaning down the dishes, getting all the food put away, sometimes I like to have a cup of coffee, but I do not want to break out the full coffee maker and get everything going in that. What I do use is a pour over. This is a simple device that just fits right on top of your coffee mug. You place the coffee grounds inside here, you put the lid on, you fill it with hot water, and the water just drips down and percolates right through the coffee grounds into your coffee cup. So you have a single cup of coffee. You don't have to have any waste, and it's perfect. It takes maybe 5 minutes at the most. So pour over coffee, this is a great tool to have. And going next with that pour over coffee maker, this is a milk frother. It looks like a tiny little whisk, and it is. It vibrates back and forth. If you have a little pitcher or maybe a measuring cup, you can warm some milk if you want. You don't have to. And all you do is you put this in, press the button, just like that, and this vibrates, and it'll froth your milk for you so you can have a cafe-style coffee when you are at the campground. The last item is something that I think you should have in your refrigerator if you cook with fresh herbs and you want to know an easy way to transport it from the grocery store into your trailer out to the campground. And this is called an herb saver. All you do is you wash your herbs when you get home from the grocery store and dry them off. Put a little bit of water in the bottom of this, and in this insert is where all your fresh herbs stay. It fits perfect. It's streamlined, so it fits right into your refrigerator door, and your herbs stay fresher longer. They're not getting crushed by all the food and all the vibration going down the road. This lid seals really well. You could even put this in your ice chest. So those are just a few of the tools that I like to use and I like to have here in my coach with me and my family whenever we go camping, and I hope you like them too. That pour over coffee is calling to me, so I'm going to go make a cup. I'm Kate Dunbar, the Campground Gourmet for Rollin' on TV. Thanks so much, and I'll see you soon.
Having cancer shouldn't mean giving up the joys of childhood. Care Camps helps children with cancer remember what it's like to just be a kid. Rollin' on TV and Forest River are supporting Care Camps with our special raffle. With your donation, you're entered to win this one-of-a-kind Forest River No Boundaries travel trailer. It's a chance for these deserving kids to enjoy themselves and a chance for you to win this eye-catching Super Novo. If you enjoy camping, don't you think these kids should have the same chance too? For more information, visit our website at rollinontv.com. From off-the-road adventure camping to luxurious full-time RVing and everything in between, Forest River has the RV to fit your needs, budget, and outdoor lifestyle. To see our full line of trailers and motorhomes, visit forestriverinc.com. Forest River. Begin the journey. At Norcol, we realize that some of your favorite RV destinations are off the grid. And Norco refrigerators are uniquely designed with that RV experience in mind. We call it Freedom Unplugged. To learn more about our Norco RV refrigerator line or to find a dealer near you, visit our website at norco.com.
Greetings, I'm Jeff Johnston for Rollin' on TV, and welcome to RV Straight Talk, where I'll try and answer your RV technical and at times not so technical questions. You can submit your questions by email to jeff@rollinontv.com or by simply going to our website at rollinontv.com and clicking on the RV Straight Talk link. This may not be something that many RVers are comfortable discussing, but the waste tank holding system is an important piece of gear. Keeping it in good operating condition can help avoid nasty problems later on. This week, Jerry writes, I have a friend who says he always puts some fresh water in his black tank after he dumps it. He says this helps him dump the tank the next time. Is this true or a myth of some kind? From Jerry in Charlevoix. Well, that's beautiful country where you live, Jerry. We've been through there several times. We enjoy it every time. Yes, it's true, Jerry. It's a good idea, and it's something I do every time. It's called pre-charging the tank. After dumping, I add about 2 or 3 gallons of fresh water, depending on the size of the tank, plus the toilet chemical in the empty black tank. Now let's head out to the shop, and I'll show you how that works and why it's a good idea. Not surprisingly, when it comes to your RV's waste system, your number one problem is going to be number 2. So there's a simple step you can take, pre-charging the tank, that'll make things a whole lot easier down the road. Most RV holding tanks are fairly broad and flat, not too tall, because they fit between the rails of an RV, between the floor and the belly pan. So there's not a lot of depth to them. So here we have a kind of a broad, flat pan representing your holding tank. And say, for example, you put some post-processing oatmeal in the tank. Maybe a little more. And depending on the nature of your oatmeal, it can be fairly adhesive sometimes. So you drive down the road and you probably at some point put in a little bit of EcoSmart or some other brand of holding tank chemical, which is a good idea. You may also throw a little bit of water in there, fluid that goes along with flushing the toilet, although there's nowhere near as much as in a residence. So you get a little bit of water in there, and that water is also sloshing around, and then you go to the dump station. Maybe you've had several piles of oatmeal put in there of different viscosities. So you go to dump, and, well, it takes a little bit of effort to get the oatmeal out of the holding tank because there isn't enough fluid in there to flush it out effectively. Pre-charging the holding tank essentially means you start with, I usually use 2 or 3 gallons of fresh water. You lose a little bit of your holding tank capacity, but in terms of what it does to help provide more effective flushing, you can't beat it. It's worth it. And you really don't have that much volume that goes in there unless you're out for a very long time dry camping. So with a little bit of water in there, you have a little more oatmeal that goes in. Maybe a little bit more. Then you drive down the road and lo and behold, the oatmeal is stirring around in the holding tank. Isn't that nice? Well, so to speak. So then when you go to dump it, flushes right out of the tank smoothly and effectively. So if you put just 2 or 3 gallons of fresh water in after you dump the tank, the fresh water also helps your holding tank chemical to spread out and distribute among the oatmeal to help treat the oatmeal so it, smells pretty. And that essentially is what pre-charging your holding tank is all about and why you would want to do it. That about covers it, Jerry. I hope that explains it. Pre-charging your black tank is a good idea that pays lower maintenance dividends in the end. Email me your shipping address, Jerry, and I'll make sure you receive one of our classy Rollin' on TV coffee mugs. Very similar to this one, or just like this one. And don't forget, if you have a tech question, send it in and I'll get you a straight, honest answer. If we use your question on our website or the TV show, we'll send you a Rollin' on TV mug just like this one. We regret we can't personally answer every question we receive, but we do answer the ones we use on the show or the website. That's it for this week, and thank you for watching.
Wow, am I glad I used AquaChem. Maybe chili wasn't the best idea.
AquaChem, the most powerful odor control available and the #1 seller for over 50 years.
Welcome back to another RV Preventive Maintenance Series video. When it comes to RV roof care and maintenance, you have preventive maintenance, routine maintenance, and emergency maintenance. Preventive and routine roof maintenance involves inspecting roof seams and sealants and making any required repairs. Emergency RV roof maintenance involves repairing things like punctures and tears in your RV roof when you least expect it. Today we're going to discuss and properly repair a punctured, torn, or damaged RV roof. When you head out on an RV trip, you never know when your RV roof might be damaged by a puncture or tear. This die seal patch by Dicor can handle most emergency roof repairs you might encounter. This particular patch can be used on EPDM rubber, TPO, fiberglass, plastic, wood, steel, and aluminum products. Today I'll demonstrate making the roof repair on our mock-up RV roof, but always remember to exercise caution whenever you work on the RV roof. A fall can cause serious injury or worse. The first thing you do after you discover a puncture or tear in the roofing material is clean the surrounding area thoroughly. I start by using a rubber roof cleaner. Next, rinse the area with clean water and let it dry completely. As a final preparation, use a cloth dampened with denatured alcohol. Start by peeling off a couple inches of the release liner. It's important you apply the patch exactly where you want it the first time. If you attempt to remove the patch after it makes contact with the roof, it can damage the tape or the roofing material. Do not stretch the patch. Press down firmly, start in the center, and work towards the outside edges, removing any bubbles. You want to prevent any openings or tunnels in the edges of the patch for the patch to work effectively. The final step of the repair is to run a bead of sealant around the perimeter of the patch. Make sure the sealant you use is compatible with the roofing material. That's how easy it is to repair a puncture or tear in your RV roof. I mentioned earlier the die seal patch is an excellent product to keep in your RV toolbox for emergency repairs when you're on the road. Just so you know, you can also purchase wider and longer rolls of repair tape to repair more extensive damage. To learn more about using and caring for your RV, take a minute to visit RVOnlineTraining.com. Happy camping.
We hope you enjoyed this week's show. For more information on anything you've seen on the program, along with additional videos, stories, and news, plus some great contests, visit our website at RollinOnTV.com. And remember, you can also watch Rollin' on TV on Roku, Amazon Fire, Vimeo, and YouTube, as well as on any of our station's streaming media services. For complete coverage information, click on the Where to Watch link on our website. As usual, this has been another fun production.